Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome back to another episode of News Dose, where I give you all of the latest gaming news. And Xbox has announced some more great games for Xbox Game Pass. No surprise there, this is an extremely high quality service, but they just unloaded today with 8 new games coming to Xbox Game Pass in the month of June. That's always the thing about Xbox Game Pass though, because oftentimes they announce Wave 1 early in the month, and then Wave 2 comes later on, so I would not be shocked if we do get more Xbox Game Pass games announced later in the month. But yes, we will talk about all 8 of those games coming to Xbox Game Pass. As always though, we do have plenty of other things to talk about as well, including Nintendo, an exciting development on a fan favorite franchise, and more, so don't go anywhere just yet because we have some very interesting topics today. First though, let's go over some of the quick news, starting off with Killer Instinct, because there is a brand new documentary out for Killer Instinct right now that you can go watch on YouTube. I believe it's about 1 hour and 40 minutes and it's highly interesting. I will drop a link in the description, but I would recommend going to watch it, and it gives you a lot of insight not only for how the game was developed, but how game development in general works behind the scenes. Let me just say this, I am a huge fan of Killer Instinct, and this generation, that is probably my favorite game alongside Overwatch. I poured a ton of time into KI on the Xbox One, and that game single-handedly made the Xbox One worth it for me for the first couple years. It's just such a special game and a special community. I to this day believe that KI is the best fighting game on the market. But with that said, there was something interesting said at the end of the documentary, and it's the main reason I'm talking about it now. I think we all want Killer Instinct to return for the Xbox Series X, and Ken Lobb, the partner creative director for Xbox Game Studios, right at the end of the documentary did say that someday there has to be another Killer Instinct. He did emphasize the backwards compatibility with the Xbox Series X, so I don't know if they're working on a new KI right now, but you can of course go pick up KI on the Series X and play it, and yes, it is a great game still today, and it's even coming to EVO this year. Still though, it does sound like that they are thinking about Killer Instinct internally at Microsoft, though finding a developer for KI is probably still the hardest task. Iron Galaxy did a phenomenal job after Double Helix left, but you could see that finding a developer was difficult for Xbox, and they don't own Iron Galaxy, and once Double Helix was bought out by Amazon, that was a huge blow to Killer Instinct. Ken Lobb even joked about setting up a studio right across the street from Double Helix and seeing if anybody would come work for them. That is something I have said on this channel in the past. I think it's a real possibility for Xbox to just make a new studio for Killer Instinct. They do have the internal KI team, which Ken Lobb is involved in, and he does have a huge hand in how Killer Instinct is developed. Microsoft has a few studios like this that mainly focuses on one franchise, such as the Age of Empires studio. You have Halo, Minecraft, Gears, Forza, and they could do the same with Killer Instinct. Nonetheless, hopefully something does come out of KI for next generation. They just need a passionate developer, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. And speaking of games that might come back for next generation, I think this next one will be really exciting for a lot of you. So the fan favorite franchise Okami may be coming back next generation. In an IGN interview with Ikumi Okamura, she revealed that the game she wants to make a reality the most is none other than Okami, and she apparently has plans for the IP that she is confident in. In fact, she plans on visiting Capcom once the world starts to go back to normal, and she will propose her idea to Capcom. But not only that, she stated that having Hideki Kamiya as the creative director is very important to her. So you very well could end up seeing a new Okami being developed by none other than Platinum Games, and this has a lot of potential. I mean, Okami may not necessarily be the best-selling game in the world, but these are highly regarded games among fans and critics, and I know for a fact that Hideki Kamiya does want to work on another Okami game, so I know he would be on board with this. So hopefully whatever she proposes Capcom signs off on this because I don't know about you, but I would love to see a new Okami game for next generation consoles, especially if it is developed by Hideki Kamiya. So it's just up to Capcom now. What do you think though? Would you like to see a new Okami game on next generation consoles? Let me know in the comments below. In other news, we have a few game-related updates, and I'll try to go over these real quick. Bloodstained Ritual of the Night has officially surpassed the 1 million sold milestone, which is really big for this game. It is an indie game that started on Kickstarter by Koji Igarashi, the man behind Castlevania. Well, he wanted to make a Metroidvania-style game like that once again, and fans absolutely loved it. It was well received and they voted with their wallets. This should show Capcom that they should make more Castlevania games like this. I think big publishers tend to forget that not everything needs to be big AAA games, and we are seeing a huge resurgence with these 2D style Metroidvanias. I love them myself, so big congrats to Bloodstained, which is a great game and well deserved. Also, Splinter Cell may be making a crossover with the popular tactical shooter Rainbow Six Siege this summer. This has been highly rumored for a little while now, but a new leak has been posted with some very shaky camera footage, so I'm not going to post that here or anything like that, and I don't even recommend watching it because it may make you sick, but people are however treating this as a legit leak, and that Splinter Cell will be coming to Siege. I don't know if it's Sam Fisher himself, and he is being referred to as Scout in the video, but as always, take these type of leaks with a grain of salt. Hopefully it is true because I like both Siege and Splinter Cell a lot, but come on Ubisoft, let's just make a new Splinter Cell game. Make it happen. Anyways though, let's move on to the Xbox Game Pass news, because why is Xbox Game Pass just so good? I am in almost awe of how many high quality games Xbox gets for their subscription service every single month. It's just outstanding, and we got 8 more games here to talk about today. You have Kingdom Hearts 1.5 and 2.5 Remix, as well as 2.8, Thronebreaker, The Witcher Tales, No Man's Sky, and Dungeons of the Endless all coming to console for the month of June. Then throw in the PC games, which includes Bard's Tale, Battletech, and Battlefleet Gothic Armada. So you're not just getting one good game here, and in fact the Kingdom Hearts collection alone will give more than 100 hours of content if you play through all that. I believe that's like 7 games right there, and plus Kingdom Hearts 3 is on Game Pass as well, so you can play through the entire Kingdom Hearts franchise on Xbox Game Pass. That is unbelievable, and it's a great franchise. I mean, sure, the story can be a little convoluted at times, but it's still a magical experience and I would highly recommend it. And if you really pay attention to one trend here, Xbox has yet again got more Japanese games onto Xbox Game Pass. Why though? Because they're likely doing well in the service, and in fact, Benji Cells is claiming that companies such as Capcom and Square Enix are making a lot of money off of Game Pass deals. We have talked about this at length in the past, but this is a very big deal. Xbox wants more Japanese games, and Xbox Game Pass paired with Project xCloud may be Microsoft's ticket to getting more Japanese games. That's why you're seeing games like Yakuza 0, Nier Automata, Final Fantasy, Monster Hunter, and now Kingdom Hearts all on Xbox Game Pass. I absolutely expect this trend to continue forward, and for that matter, we just talked about Persona 4 Golden being ported to PC yesterday. What if Sega and Atlus decided to bring Persona to Xbox via Xbox Game Pass? We are seeing success there, and I think that is a real possibility, so let's see what happens. I think Persona will sell well on Steam, and I think that they should bring it to the Switch and Xbox as well. I digress though. Thronebreaker is yet another great game here, and once again shows further investment by CD Projekt Red. The Witcher 3 has been on Game Pass as well, and now they're bringing over Thronebreaker, which shows that they too have probably seen a lot of success with The Witcher 3, otherwise they would not be putting more games into Xbox Game Pass. Thronebreaker is a fantastic game as well and has that quality you would expect from CD Projekt Red, and then you just top it off with No Man's Sky. We have seen Sea of Thieves do incredibly well with Xbox Game Pass, and I think the Sea of Thieves community will love No Man's Sky, so just another outstanding month for Xbox Game Pass. I know I praise it a lot, but I absolutely mean it. It's the best deal in gaming, hands down. I just cannot say enough good about it because they always give me reasons to do so. But speaking of deals, I have something for you Nintendo fans as well. There is a major summer sale happening on Nintendo right now. Go turn on your Switch, check out the eShop because a lot of games are on sale right now, including Nintendo first-party games. Unfortunately, games like Mario Kart 8 is not on sale, but there are several others including Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario Party, Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and so much more. It's not just first-party games though, because Dragon Quest XI and Builders 2 are on there too, which are both excellent games. Astral Chain is on there, Box Boy and Box Girl, and just a lot of great games, so if you're looking for some new games to play, go check them out. If you don't want to own them digitally though, these deals are on Amazon as well, and I will leave an affiliate link to that in the description below, and you can go pick up something there, which actually helps my channel as well, so you can do that if you want. But yeah, definitely go enjoy some great new games. Now for the last topic of the day, the Shantae franchise has been doing very well for itself, selling more than 3 million copies worldwide. That's great to hear because these are really good games and I often feel gamers kind of overlook them. Actually, Pirate's Curse is on Xbox Games with Gold right now if I'm correct, and that's arguably the best in the franchise, so you should go check that out if you haven't already. But something interesting that WayForward said was that they want to explore more genres with the Shantae franchise. You may see some spin-offs of it including racing games, puzzles, or even music-related games. They even have interest in an animated series, and truthfully, it probably would translate well into a cartoon. And that is one thing I've noticed in the last couple years. Game-related shows and movies are suddenly good. We got Sonic, Castlevania, and Detective Pikachu, which were all pretty good. For that matter, we have The Witcher, which technically was based off the books, but, you know, I'm sure a lot of gamers tuned in for that, so I'm liking this trend a lot. What do you think though? Would you be interested in an animated Shantae series? Let me know in the comments below. Anyways though, that's it for this episode, but if you liked the video, don't forget to hit the bell notification and subscribe button for more content just like this. Peace out.